Kumusta kayong lahat? Welcome back to our channel, and together let's learn Filipino today. We are going to talk about the must-know adverbs in Filipino. I'm going to introduce to you the 8 adverbs that you should know as a Filipino language learner, and I will also include some conversational examples on where those adverbs are being applied. If you're interested, please watch the video until the end. Let's start! The first adverb is also, and it is din or rin in Filipino. These two words are used interchangeably in daily lives. So, either of the two is acceptable version of also. I have here an example in where you've met your friend and both of you are asking about what's happening in your lives or what's the update about your day. For example, you ask your friend, "How are you?" In Filipino, it is "Kumusta ka na?" Kumusta ka na? Kumusta ka na? And your friend will likely respond like, "I'm good." Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman. Ikaw, kumusta? Ikaw, kumusta? Ikaw means you, and kumusta means how are you. If you can observe, the phrase kumusta ka na is not stated here completely, right? Because in conversational practice, you don't have to really complete the sentences because your listener would understand it, that this is what you mean. Like you are asking, "How are you?" Okay, kumusta is already enough. And your response should be like this: mabuti rin, mabuti din. And that line is already a good answer. But if you want to put some emphasis that you are really doing good, you can put naman. Okay? So you can say mabuti rin naman, mabuti din naman. I'm also good. Okay, let's practice one more time. Kumusta ka na? Mabuti naman. Ikaw, kumusta? Mabuti rin naman. Mabuti din naman. Or mabuti din. Mabuti rin. We have here another example, and it's about saying thank you. When we say thank you, usually we say salamat, salamat po, salamat, maraming salamat. And we have also here salamat ha. This ha is another kind of emphasis that you are so sincere in thanking your friend. So it is way of thanking with the use of ha. Okay, again, salamat ha, thanks. And you would probably answer your friend with, "You're welcome, thanks also." You're welcome, walang anuman. Walang anuman. Walang anuman. Salamat din. Salamat rin. Okay? Salamat ha. Walang anuman. Salamat din. Salamat rin. The next adverb is still, and it means pa din or pa rin. Again, pa din or pa rin. Lately, din and rin means, can you still remember? Yes, it is also. But if you will add the word pa, it will become still. Okay, let's have an example to apply this adverb. For example, your friend will say, "Don't worry." And in Filipino, it is, "Huwag kang mag-alala." Wag, or it is the contraction of the word huwag. Huwag, or just wag. And that means don't in English. Huwag kang mag-alala. Ka is you, so it means that your friend is talking to you. Mag-alala is worry. Mag-alala means worry. Okay? Don't worry. Huwag kang mag-alala. And you will say, "Oo, pero iniisip ko pa din yun." Oo, pero iniisip ko pa rin yun. Oo is yes, that's correct. Pero means but. Still is pa din. This one. And think is iniisip. And yun is that something you are thinking about. And this is about it. So, in Filipino, you will say, "Oo, pero iniisip ko pa din." Oo, pero iniisip ko pa rin yun. Okay, did you see how pa din or pa rin is being used in this context? Okay, let's practice saying it again. Huwag kang mag-alala. Oo, pero iniisip ko pa din yun. Oo, pero iniisip ko pa rin yun. Alright, we have here another example. And this one. Your friend will say, "What do you think?" Ano sa tingin mo? This is the translation for that in Filipino. Ano is what? Tingin mo. Tingin is literally means see. What do you think about it? Is the translation in English. Because it is not right if you will put see in here. So the correct translation is really, what do you think? Ano sa tingin mo? Or anong tingin mo? Sometimes we say, anong tingin mo? Or just, ano sa tingin mo? And your answer would be, I don't need it, but I still want to buy it. So this context is just like you are shopping and your friend is asking about what do you think with that product or item, and you will say, I don't need it. In Filipino, it is, hindi ko kailangan ito. Hindi is don't. Ko is I. Kailangan is need. Ito is it. Again, I don't need it. Hindi ko kailangan ito. Pero is but. But I still want to buy it. Pero gusto ko pa din bilhin. Gusto is want or like. And ko is you, right? Who wants to buy the thing. And pa din or pa rin is still. Bilhin is buy. So, again, ano sa tingin mo? Hindi ko kailangan ito, pero gusto ko pa din bilhin. Hindi ko kailangan ito, pero gusto ko pa rin bilhin. Okay, I hope the adverb pa din or pa rin is clear to you. We also have then or tapos. Again, tapos. You put some pause in this part, tapos, because if you will speak it continuously like tapos, the meaning would be different, and that the meaning of that is done. Tapos, done. But if you will put some pause in this part, tapos, tapos, it is now then. Okay, let's have an example. Hugasan mo ang mga plato. Tapos, pwede ka nang umalis. Okay? Hugasan means wash. Hugasan mo, you wash. Ang mga plato, dishes or plates. Plates with S because of the word ang mga, which makes it plural, right? And then you can go. Pwede ka nang umalis. Umalis is go. You can, pwede na. Pwede ka nang umalis. Okay, again. Hugasan. Hugasan mo ang mga plato. Tapos, pwede ka nang umalis. Hugasan mo ang mga plato, tapos pwede ka nang umalis. It means you wash the dishes, then you can go. Okay, we have here another example, and this is go to the market, then you buy these. Pumunta is go. Sa palengke is to the market. Tapos, then, bilhin mo ito or bilhin mo ang mga ito. You did not specify what are those, but it means those things are many or more than one, because we are using these. Again, pumunta ka sa palengke, tapos bilhin mo ito. Let's take it slow. Pumunta ka sa palengke tapos bilhin mo ang mga ito. Pumunta ka sa palengke tapos bilhin mo ang mga ito. Go to the market, or you go to the market, then you buy this. Okay? Again, the correct pronunciation of this word is ta and a pause, then pause. Tapos. Tapos. And the other one, which is just the fast version, is tapos, which is done. But if you have ta and a comma plus the word pause, it will become then. Okay? Tapos, tapos, then. Tapos, done. The next adverb is however, and in Filipino it is subalit. Again, it is subalit. Subalit. We have here an example in where this word is being used. Gusto kong matuto, subalit ako ay tinatamad. I want to learn, however, I am lazy. So let's take it slow. Gusto kong matuto, subalit ako ay tinatamad. Gusto is want. Ko is for I. And to learn is for matuto. And however is for subalit, right? Next is we have ako. And ako is, you're right, it's I or I am. And lazy is for tinatamad. Here, we use the word tinatamad. It means you are feeling lazy at this point. But the root word is tamad. And tamad itself means lazy. This is the root word, okay? So tamad itself is lazy. When we say tinatamad, it is what you are feeling at the moment, that you feel lazy. That's why you cannot, it's like a hindrance on your learning. So you want to learn, however, you are feeling lazy. So we all know that if we will use however, there are some hindrances of doing that thing. And we use this word in this way. And that's the same with Filipino. However, we use the equivalent subalit. Next, we have another example, and this is ako ay nagugutom, subalit wala akong pagkain. I am hungry, however, I don't have food. Ako is I am. Hungry is nagugutom. The root word of nagugutom is gutom. And that's hungry already. The same thing with tinatamad. Tamad already means lazy. Subalit is for however. Wala is do not or do not have. Ako is for I. That's correct. And food is pagkain. So, this is how subalit is used in a sentence. We have here therefore. It is kaya in Filipino. Kaya. Kaya. We have here an example. Ayaw kong magalit si nanay, kaya susundin ko siya. I don't want my mother to get mad, therefore I will obey her. So, ayaw is don't want. Magalit is to get mad. The root word of magalit is galit. And that's mad or angry. That's the equivalent in Filipino. Si nanay is mother. But there are many ways of naming your mother in Filipino. Some versions of it are ina. Sometimes we use inang, mama, and many more. It depends on the location in the Philippines because, as you know, there are many dialects in the Philippines, so there are many versions of it, but usually this, nanay, ina, inang, and mama are the most commonly used words in the Filipino language itself. So, susundin is will obey. Will obey. The root word is sundin. Sundin. And that's already obey. When we say susundin, it is will obey. And siya is her. And this siya denotes your mother. In Filipino, we don't use her, his, or any pronoun, but the equivalent of that is siya. Because we already know that we are talking about your mother, which is nanay. So in the next phrase, we do not use nanay again, but we use the pronoun siya. Siya could be used for her or for him in Filipino. Another example is, si Nonoy ay nag-aaral ng mabuti, kaya siya ay matalino. Nonoy is studying well, therefore he is intelligent. So this kind of sentence shows a cause and effect type of scenario. So let's take it one more time. Si Nonoy ay nag-aaral ng mabuti, kaya siya, it is being pronounced as sh. But you can also say like siya, nag-aaral siya. But the common way of saying it is sh, with the sh sound. Siya ay matalino. Matalino. Okay. Nonoy is the name of a person. This is a name of a person. Studying is nag-aaral. The root word of that is aral. I mean aral. Yes, aral, and that is study in English. Well is mabuti. Mabuti. Next is we have siya for he. Is intelligent. It is ay matalino. Matalino, the root word for that is talino. That's talino. And it already means intelligent. So this is how we use the word kaya. Kaya, or therefore. So don't forget about it. Kaya, therefore. The next adverb is currently. It is kasalukuyan. 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 We have here an example. Sa kasalukuyan, ako ay estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ako ay estudyante. Currently, I am a student. Sa kasalukuyan, it is currently. Ako is I, or I am. Student in Filipino is estudyante. Another example is siya ay kasalukuyang nasa Amerika. Siya ay kasalukuyang nasa Amerika. Siya could be she or he, but in this sentence, we use she. Sa kasalukuyan, it's currently, and America in Filipino is America, but with a spelling of K, not C. So that's how we use kasalukuyan. Again, kasalukuyan is currently. The next adverb is consequently, and it is dahil dito or dahil dyan. Dyan, like in January. Dyan. Dahil dyan or dito. The first sentence is, nakalimutan niya ang kanyang pera. Dahil dyan, dahil dito, hindi siya makabili. He forgot his money. Consequently, he cannot purchase something. Nakalimutan is forgot. Nakalimutan. Nakalimutan. Niya, pronounced as niya, is for he, the pronoun he. But we can also use niya for she. But in this sentence, we have here he. Ang kaniyang pera. Kanya is another pronoun for his or her. This word kanyang came from the root word kaniya. Ka-ni-ya. But it is pronounced like ka plus niya. This one, niya. Ka-niya. And pera is money. Pera, money. Dahil dito, dahil dyan, consequently, he cannot purchase. He is for siya. Siya could be he or she. Hindi is for cannot. Makabili is purchase. The root word of makabili is bili. Bili. And that means already to purchase or to buy. When we say makabili, it's like an action in where you are saying that there's something that you need to buy. So, again, nakalimutan niya ang kanyang pera dahil dito, dahil dyan, hindi siya makabili. The next example is, dahil dyan, dahil dito, ako ay naiwan ng bus. Consequently, I was left behind by the bus. So, let's take it slow. Dahil dyan or dito, consequently, ako I was left behind. Naiwan. Left behind. The root word of naiwan is iwan, which means left. Left or left behind. Ng bus, by the bus. In English, we pronounce it like bus. But in Filipino, we pronounce it as bus. Bus. Okay, again. Dahil dyan, dahil dito, ako ay naiwan ng bus. So, that's for dahil dyan or dahil dito. The last adverb that we are going to tackle is eventually. And it is sa huli or sa wakas. Sa huli, sa wakas. Okay? Huli means end. Wakas means end as well. So, sa huli, when we add the word sa huli, it will become eventually. So, we have here an example. Sa huli, sa wakas, gumaling na ako at bumalik sa trabaho. Eventually, I did get better and returned to work. Sa huli, wakas, gumaling na ako at bumalik sa trabaho. Okay? Gumaling is better or did get better. The root word of gumaling is, can you guess it? It's galing. Galing. Galing could mean also that you are very good, or very good at something, or better. Like in this sentence, we're describing that you did get better. Gumaling, the root word of that is galing. Did get better. Ako is I. And is for at. At. Bumalik is returned. Returned. The root word of bumalik is, can you remember it? It's balik. Balik. Balik is come back. Come back. So when you say, if you want to say to the person, come back here, it will become bumalik ka dito. Bumalik ka dito. So it's the same. We are going to use bumalik. Bumalik ka, you, dito, here. So, come back here. Bumalik ka dito. So if you just simply want to say, come back, balik, ganyan. That's how you say it. And sa trabaho, to work. Sa huli, gumaling na ako at bumalik sa trabaho. The last example is, nagsisimula na kaming masanay sa huli. Nagsisimula na kaming masanay sa wakas. We're starting to get used to it eventually. Nagsisimula is starting. It came from the word simula. 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 And that's for the start. Simula, start. Kami is the pronoun for we. And masanay is to get used. To get used. The root word of it is sanay. Sanay. And it also means get used. And sa huli or sa wakas is for eventually. Again, nagsisimula na kaming masanay sa huli. So, that's for eventually. Sa huli, sa wakas. So, to wrap up everything we have here, also, din, rin, still, padin, parin, then, tapos, tapos. Now, can you still remember what's the meaning of tapos? Tapos. It's done. So, be careful in pronouncing these two words, okay? Tapos, then. However, subalit. Subalit. Therefore, kaya. Kaya. Currently, kasalukuyan. Kasalukuyan. Consequently, dahil dyan, dahil dito. By the way, dyan means there, or that. Dito means here or this. So, in this type of adverb, dahil dyan, it means that. In English, it's like just saying, and because of that, dahil dyan, because of that. On the other side, dahil dito in English is, and because of this, dahil dito. This thing that I wrote here, dyan for there, is another meaning of this word. There. Dito, here. Just like in my previous example, when we say, come back here. Come back here. So the translation for that in Filipino should be, bumalik ka dito. Bumalik ka dito. It's for here. So there are many meanings of the word dyan and dito. And these two meanings are the examples of it. So, to make it clear, in this adverb, dahil dyan, we use that, because of that, consequently. They are the same. Dahil dito is, and because of this, or consequently. So in Filipino, either of the two, dahil dyan or dahil dito, is acceptable as the equivalent of consequently. Okay, is that clear? And lastly, we have eventually. Sa huli or sa wakas. Sa huli or sa wakas. Again, to add something in your vocabulary, huli could also mean late. I think I've discussed this in our previous video, if you could still remember it. And the other meaning of huli is end. So in this kind of adverb, we use end, at the end. Eventually, at the end, they both mean the same. At the end. Sa huli, sa wakas, at the end, eventually. They are the same. So, this is for today. I hope everything is clear and you've learned something. Salamat po! That's all for today. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Learn Filipino Today. And also, please leave a comment, a like, or even check the notification bell for more updates. If you're also interested with our presentation, you can download it for free in a PDF format by clicking the link below. I'll put it here in the description box, and you can download it because it will redirect you to the Google Drive on where you can save it, and maybe you can print it out if you want to review this video or this topic. So have fun learning Filipino. Don't give up. I'm here to help you, and I hope you're all staying safe. See you in our next video. Bye bye, everyone.